Hey YouTubers, this is Katie with Letting It Go Dating, and today is day 4 of my vlogging, which I'm loving it. So anyway, it's after midnight and I'm getting ready to wrap up for the day, but like I said, I'm loving doing my vlogging, so I had to get this out before I'm finished. So excuse the bags under the eyes, the crazy hair, the bad makeup, whatever. It's been a long day. But I had a really interesting day today, and I wanted to share some things with you, of course, as I like to get this out. Today was pretty cool because I talked to people about a lot about how do you determine where you are in a relationship with somebody, okay? And one of the things I found interesting is that we really need to learn how to communicate better with people, okay? We all need to communicate better. And here's what's happening. People now are so into social networking groups and being on that computer, I think, is that we learn all sense of how to use our social skills. So when you meet a person, you meet this person and you sit in front of them and they're like, who are you? You act totally different than what the person I talked to or whatever. So here's the thing. You've got to learn how to communicate better in person. You really, really do. So I was talking to this lady, and the reason why I talk about this is because a person was telling her that, hey, they're ready for a relationship, they're ready to be committed again, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so ready, I don't want to be single anymore. So anyway, so they meet and they click and they get along, and the next thing you know is he's kind of like backtracking, right? So it's a whole long story about how they met, they got intimate really quick, and then she's like, yeah, so we're dating. He's like, whoa, wait a minute, I really determined that I don't want to be in a relationship right now. I can't be. I need to meet other people. She's like, wait a minute. What do you mean you can't be in a relationship right now? What are we doing? Because, we're doing all these things together. We're introducing our family together. We're intimate. So what do you mean we're not that is a relationship. How do you determine a relationship? He's like, yeah, well, I'm just not ready to be in a relationship now. I figured out that I'm really not ready to move forward. I'm still trying to get over things with my ex and whatnot. So she's like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Now she's right back in the same, oh my gosh, how am I going to trust somebody? This is crazy. I thought this was how it was supposed to be. So another good reason, by the way, about why to use a matchmaker, because we're kind of like the the middleman who weeds out what people, where they're at. You know what I'm saying? So we can determine, does this person really ready for a relationship? Do they mean the same thing as you do when they say about dating and where they want to be at and how they go about things. So as long as that kind of matches up, then you're fine, right? But how do you know if somebody feels the same way about, if you're seeing each other almost every day and then you're, intimate with that person, does that mean you're monogamous already? That you're exclusive and that you're in a relationship? Or does it mean you're just seeing where things are going? So how do you determine that? How do you know? And so meanwhile, you're over here asking your friend, what do you think this means? What do you think that means? And they're just telling you whatever they think you need to hear right then because they don't want to hurt your feelings. And then the real person you need to find out from is actually the source, the person that you're seeing, right? But you can't ask them because you're afraid, I don't really want to seem too pushy, or I don't want to come across as, oh my gosh, am I needy? Am I pushy? Do I want to scare them away? But really the truth is you need to communicate. You need to know where each of you stand. You just need to know what the terminology means to you. So anyway, communicate, talk about it, because Lord knows I'm telling you, the person that's confused in that relationship, whatever it is, it's not fair to them. So just sit down, be honest, talk about it. I'm thinking after you've been out on a few dates, especially if you're intimate with a person, then it's appropriate to say, hey, where do we stand? Or things happen. Let's just be realistic. A lot of times people don't talk about this before they are intimate. And then all of a sudden you develop these feelings. You're like, ooh, I don't know. Now I want to, be exclusive and not know what's going on. So anyway, just figure out by communicating with each other where you are in that relationship and be very, very, very honest with each other. Try to be very honest. And I'm going to tell you something. Go with your gut also. Totally go with that little gut feeling that you're having. If you feel like that person is out there not really ready and they're just trying to feeding you along and telling you what you want to hear, you kind of can feel it, right? But a lot of us fight it. Go with your gut feeling. So anyway, talk about these things to each other. It's okay. And you're going to avoid a bunch of hurt and conflict in the end anyway. So anyway, hope you guys are having a great day, a great night. And if you have any questions for me or needing any advice, leave some comments or go to our website at lettingitgodating.com and you can email us on there. I had somebody call and tell me that they really enjoyed my vlog from the other day, so thank you very much. And if there's any questions that you have, if you don't want to leave a comment below, which, you leave a comment. If you like what I'm saying, give me a thumbs up, please, because that makes me feel so good. Anyway, Anything you want me to talk about, let me know. And any questions, let me know. Anyway, you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.